Hi loves, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I thought I would share with you guys what I plan on bringing with me on our week-long trip. We are going to Disney World for spring break, and we went last year, and I did a whole video on everything that I had packed for that trip. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I did not touch any of that while I was on the trip. I did not have time to sit down and fully work on the travel journal. And so it was pretty much kind of like an eye-opening thing for me. Like, wow, I brought all of these items, all of these travel journal stickers, my actual travel journal, like everything. I brought it all and I didn't even use any of it. And I feel like I do the same thing with every trip. The first time I've ever done it, I actually did journal a little bit, maybe like once or twice during the trip. But then all the other times I didn't touch anything. So I came to a conclusion that I will no longer bring with me my travel journal things. It just doesn't work out. It really doesn't. I always find myself working on my travel journals after the trips. So once I get back, I have all the things, I have everything set out, and that's when I usually work on my travel journals. And you guys know I do kind of like those like a little book like this per trip, you know? So yeah, that's just what I always did. So I just don't see the point of bringing the travel journal and all of that. It's just so much hassle. So I am, though, however, going to be bringing my memory keep. This is something that I noticed. It's easy for me to work on the travel journals once I get back. Like, I remember, you know, what we did that day, like things like that. And like with travel journals, I don't necessarily write about any sort of feelings. I'm not very particular, I guess you would say. Like, I don't go in so much depth. It's more so like we did this day and this day, we saw this and that, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of how my travel journals are. Sometimes, you know, I'll write like, oh my gosh, we were so excited, we're so happy to, like, you know, that kind of stuff. But like with my memory keep, you know, I write about feelings as well, and like what my son did, like little moments that I feel like is kind of easy to forget, if that makes sense. So I've noticed in the past, I would always kind of have a hard time backtracking for my memory keep after a trip, because there are some things that I just don't remember anymore, if that makes sense. So I decided this time around I'm actually going to be bringing my memory keep. So this, you know, is just one day a page, and I don't necessarily have to print photos. I told myself I don't have to do that. So I'm not gonna like bring my big photo printer or my Sprocket, or the panorama I should say. I'm not gonna bring that. It's way too big. And I'm not really gonna kick myself for not like fully decorating on the spot, but I do want to journal at least every day. Like, I'm gonna try to for like 5-10 minutes every day during this trip. I think that's something I can do. I can even do it like before or after you know, like before bedtime, I would say, is kind of when I would do this. So yeah, I think this will work a lot better. I just, like I said, I always have a hard time backtracking in my memory keep versus trying to do the travel journals and stuff like that afterwards. So I think this will just be best. Okay, so with that said, you are seeing everything I'm bringing, and I still feel like this is a little much, but we'll see how it goes. So this is my memory keep, and you guys have seen this many times, and like I said, it is one day a page type of deal. So I feel like this it's really something I can do. I don't necessarily have to you know, decorate full on or something like that every day while on a trip. I might not have time to do that, but I do definitely want to write down like what we did that day, like what we ate, like things like that. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna try to do every day during this trip, and I'm actually really excited. So I think this will be better than bringing my travel journal, which I don't do it during the trip. Okay, so my memory keep is actually gonna go in this pouch. This is just a drawstring pouch that I have in my closet, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is the perfect size. Look at that. And yeah, it is the Lily Saducci Love Shack Fancies, like the headband brand that I buy. I love their headbands. They make the best headbands. Anyways, this drawstring bag fits in my journal perfectly, as you can see. It's perfect. I don't need to like close it or anything, but you know, it's perfect in there. I love it. And then this is the fountain pen that I'm going to be bringing. I'm just bringing one fountain pen. This is an Esther Brook pen sleeve. And the fountain pen that I'm going to be bringing is the Platinum Chai Tea pen. And I have the ink that comes with it in it right now. It's the Chai Tea ink. I did a whole video on this pen and ink combination, so definitely check it out. I'll link it below. But that is the only fountain pen ink I will be bringing. I do have a Pentel Clenna in my backpack, so that's another pen in case something goes wrong with this one. I can use, you know, the Pentel Clenna pen. That's just kind of like a gel pen. Okay, anyways, I do have this. So this is just like a clear envelope thing that I'm gonna keep these things in. So this says tickets and receipts. I forgot where I got this from, but I've had this for a very long time. So it's just literally to keep tickets and receipts in for when I get back. You know, I want to work on my travel journal, so I want to keep as many things as I can. And then this is actually just stickers. I do need to add more to this later, but yeah, it's just random stickers, a lot of Payan and Dolce Vita, and just some random ones, and this one's Travelers, you know. Yeah, so it's just like a sticker release and just really good for on the go. I just put everything in here that I might want to use in my memory keep while on the go. It's just easier to have. So that's gonna go in here as well. All right, over here I have this photo printer. I think I shared this with you guys before, but this prints really thin stickers. So it's almost like a receipt material. So it's black and white, it's thermal, and yeah, it just prints really thin paper. So my idea was, I really love the HP Panorama, but you guys, it's so big. Let me go get it. All right, so this is the HP Panorama, and as you can see, it is massive, and you know, definitely not something that I want to bring with me when traveling. It's very big and clunky, and I honestly, you know, I'm also scared of breaking it because it is pretty pricey. So I don't want to bring that, but I also don't want to bring my HP Sprocket just because the HP Sprocket paper is actually thicker than the Panorama paper. And you guys know I am on this journey of keeping my memory keep as thin as possible. And I think I'm doing pretty dang good with that. I have been using the Panorama pretty much all year. There's like 1 or 2 photos in here that is by the HP Sprocket, so it's a little bit thicker, but for the most part, like 95% of the photos in here is by the HP Panorama, so it's very thin. Anyways, I don't want to bring this. It's way too big. So I was looking and I discovered, you know, these thermal printers. There's a whole bunch of them on Amazon. This is one of the cheaper ones, And I picked this one because it actually came with extra rolls of the sticker paper. So that's a total plus for me because all the other ones comes with the extra roll of the receipt paper. And I like that this one is a sticker paper because then I don't have to bring adhesive to put it in my planner, right? Or in my journal. So yeah, this prints very, very thin photos. The only downside is it is black and white, but I think it's gonna be really fun to like flip through my memory keep and know that the black and white photos in here were photos during a trip. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's just kind of what I'm thinking about. I think it would be really cool or really cute to just kind of like look back on, and yeah, kind of like differentiate the days in my memory keep, like, oh, this is black and white because we were on a trip or we're out of town or something, you know? So yeah, that is kind of my idea with this, and I think it's really, really cool. Let me show you kind of how this prints. So obviously you link it to your phone just like all the other printers, and there's an app and you print through that. But I just want to show you what the print looks like. I've only ever used it once, I know, but here it is. So it's not terrible at all, and I think it's really, really cute. And as you can see, it's very thin. Like I said, it's like a receipt almost paper. It's super thin, and again, it has the sticker backing, so I really, really like that. And yeah, it's black and white. And I think it's just going to be really fun to use. So that is the printer that I'm going to be using for when traveling. And also, you know, this is so inexpensive that if something was to happen to it during a trip, I'm not going to be super devastated. I think I paid around $20 for this on Amazon. So yeah, like I said, there's a whole bunch on Amazon, and I feel like they kind of do the same thing. For the most part, like I said, I just really picked this one because it came with extra things, but I really do think that a lot of the thermal printers on Amazon are the same. Okay, so that is what I'm bringing, and then I just have here my scissors. This is super small. It's actually smaller than all my other smaller scissors, but it's pretty comfortable on the hands. The brand is actually Recollections, and I got this from Michael's years ago, and I have traveled with this in the past. I was able to bring it in my carry-on, so hopefully this time around I will still be able to do that. But you know, if they confiscate it or whatever, then I'm okay with it because yeah, that's just how it is. I am going to be bringing a tweezer as well. You guys know me, when I'm using stickers, I just like to use tweezers because it's just easier to kind of like put the stickers precisely where you want it with a tweezer, and also you're not touching the sticky back and all that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all that I'm bringing. And again, I have this here. So this guy I'm actually just gonna put with my journal like that, and same with my fountain pen. And this is going to be in my personal carry-on backpack, and it's going to be standing up like so. So yeah, I like how all of that fits in there. And then if you're wondering where I'm going to put these, I'm actually going to put it in this little thing. This is where I'm going to be putting my jewelry. I have like a little pouch here that just has like extra earrings that I'm going to be wearing. But yeah, this is a jewelry case, but since I wanted, what's it called? I'm gonna be putting this in my backpack anyways, and I really wanted not just a drawstring, but also like a little case for my jewelry, because I'm also gonna put my watch in here. But anyways, this is gonna be in my backpack anyway, so I'm like, oh, I can just shove my scissors and my tweezers in here, like no problem, you know. And then that, and I actually have the charger for this. And I'm gonna grab also like the, what's it called, like, you know, the cube to plug it in or whatever. I need to grab one of those, but that's kind of where that's gonna go. So really, that is it. That's all that I'm planning on bringing for this trip. Oh my goodness, wish me luck. I do kind of feel I'm not nervous, but I'm just like, am I making the right choice on bringing my memory keep? Not because I don't think I'm gonna journal in it. Like it's fine if I don't journal in it, but this is definitely something I do not want to lose. My memory keep does not leave my house. The only time it ever has left my house is if we were to visit my parents, which they live an hour away. So like, you know, that's really not, like, I'm not scared to bring it over there. Like, you know, it's gonna be safe either in my car or at their house. But like traveling with this, I am pretty nervous because I do not want to lose it. I will cry if something ever happens to this journal. So yeah, that's kind of why I'm a little, like, I guess you would say, hesitant on bringing it. But I really do think that this is something that I have to do. Like, I really do have a hard time backtracking after a trip, you know, to do this memory keep. Like, it's just so hard versus backtracking for the travel journal. That's so much easier to do. Anyways, yeah, that's just kind of my thoughts on this whole thing. Let me know what you guys think. Do you actually use all of the journal stuff, all the planner things that you bring with you whenever you go on a trip? Because like I said, I didn't even touch this last time we went to Disney World. Last year we went for just as long, 6-7 days. I did not touch it at all, like anything that I brought. So I'm hoping this time around, since this is my memory keep, I will actually like at least write something in it, you know? Like, I don't need to decorate, but I want to at least write something in it every day. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, let me know your thoughts. What do you guys do when you travel? Do you bring everything? Do you just leave it at home and then do you backtrack? Like, let me know. I would really, really love to hear what you guys do, what you pack. I would love to know. So anyways, that's it. I will try to list and link everything in the description box down below. But yeah, if you have any questions, just leave me a comment and, you know, I'll try to get back to you guys. But right, I think that's it. Thanks all for being here, and until next time. Bye!